Over the last year, AI has completely changed the game, and we all know that. That's a complete truth. But the thing is, with that and that much progression in such a short amount of time, there's so many tools, so many systems popping up all the time that you have no clue what to choose. You don't know which ones are reliable, which ones are useful, how you can actually implement them into your business. And so in this video, I got the blueprint of 5 different tools, head to toe, of starting an e-commerce brand essentially. We'll run you through product research and supplying, going to the website, building the website, making ad campaigns, to managing teams and scaling and doing even more. This video really covers everything that we've taught to our clients and everything that would be useful to you if you're starting an e-commerce journey as well. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. I'm going to show you this blueprint that I prepared for you today, and I hope you enjoy. So as we can see, this is the top 5 AI softwares in 2025 for the e-commerce business space. So let's go ahead to number 1 and just begin with Minia. Now, I'm not sure this is how you actually say it. It could be Minia, I have no clue. This one is specifically for finding those winning products for your e-commerce essentially. So this is going to be with AI, you're going to find the right products that come with it. It's an AI powered research platform, and it basically goes through dropshipping and e-commerce products, and they're basically going to come off across as ads, and therefore they analyze it via TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and then actually find the trends within the social medias, so on, ad campaigns, etc. And you can actually see all the different stats that come around with it. Again, tracking competitors and a bunch of different things just to make sure that you're validating that demand that you see. Their whole thing is launch winning products within 3 clicks. And I can very much verify this is basically what it is. You're getting onto their platform and you've got these straight up over here. Now this is, you can very easily find a similar product. You can generate eye-catching photos, and this is with the AI feature that they have. Very, very good, very easy to use as well. And then also create compelling descriptions. Now, this is something that a lot of people find difficult. It's coming up with a name for their product and actually, reinventing it essentially from their competitors. This is the way to do it. It will just do it with AI, and it comes out really, really nice. Then also coming up with an actual supply. This is something that's extremely difficult. Making sure that they're also reliable is very difficult nowadays, considering there's so many. And yeah, if you want to find a product like this, or it's listed and you really think it's going to set out, it's a trend, it's shown very well, you want to have a supply pretty quick, pretty easy. Well, they probably got it right here. So I'm sure that's going to come in handy for many, many of you. And what I wanted to say, this is probably the main features, main reason why it's so good, is because you directly import it into Shopify. It is so easy to do. And you literally, it's like you take the product, literally just take it from your competitors, reinvent it, change up a couple things, and you got yourself a whole new e-commerce store. And then also you get all the data that comes along with it. So you actually get like an actual view of the meta ads, what the actual stats behind it are, the revenue, all that kind of stuff, which I've found to be extremely useful if you're looking for specific items, see exactly how much they're doing, what the competitors are like. You can very much judge what you can be doing within the next couple of days, and they update very frequently as well. So that's also extremely good. But yeah, that comes round to their final offer. Now, it depends on how much you value your time and, doing all that research. In my opinion, this is very much worth it. Like if I had a correct standpoint on, look, you have to go through so many TikTok videos on the organic page, or so many this or so many that, to find a winning product that may do good, find the supplier, import it into Shopify, take very, very long. So only paying $50 to $100, and I know some people can't relate to that, or having like a bit of money to spend, then sure, makes sense. But if you do, I would very much recommend it. It will shorten everything so much, and you can also have like 200 credits for free. Although, considering it's not very much, is it? But yeah, that's going to be the first platform. I think that's very beneficial if you're using e-commerce for sure. Then Durable. Durable is the website builder in this case. Now, obviously you have Shopify. This is your website hosting platform, but this is actually going to be your funnel builder, and it's AI powered. And what I mean by those who don't understand, basically your funnel is the main page, the front end system, and then Shopify also takes care of the backend system. So payments, making sure everything come through into a dashboard, into stats, those kind of things, Shopify takes care of. The funnel, this takes care of. And Shopify does do both, but it doesn't do it as well in the AI section as this funnel builder does. You get the branding, the copy, everything automatically. It comes very nicely within the package. We actually got a copy tool later in the video, so stick around to that. But yeah, just quick testing product ideas and setting up simple landing pages. This is really the website that you should be using. I don't really see a reason for you to go anywhere else. First of all, they've got a bunch of good features, like a bunch. Content created for you. You put it on marketing autopilot essentially, and it publishes new blog content basically on the weekly. So you can do that definitely for your website. It's all designed for you. That's the best part. That's the whole point, is to skip hiring those designers and just get a very good website pretty quickly, to be honest. And also having the copywriter. Look, a lot of people they think ChatGPT is good for copywriting. Sure, it may be good, but if I'm being completely honest, there's so many different and better platforms for copywriting than ChatGPT. Then SEO. Optimized for you as well. This is the search engine for those who don't know. Again, I'm just assuming some people may be a beginner here, so I want to make sure that you are all included too. This is going to help essentially. So when you type in your business into the search bar at the top, it's going to basically prioritize you to the top of the page. That's your SEO, search engine optimization. I believe that's what it stands for. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's essentially, you can type in your thing in Google and so on, and it's going to pop up at the top. And this is basically optimizing it, because a lot of what people do essentially is, when it comes to the domain and the descriptions, it can also very heavily depend on what your search history is, or what you're searching is what I mean. So if you search something, you want to make sure that yours pops up depending on what it is. Along with this, you get a bunch of resources too. So you can actually pick from templates, use business name generators, which some of you may struggle to come up with, considering some of these e-commerce products are so boring and terrible. And then you can also do the invoicing and grow your lead contact. So you can actually do the funnel part of your business, which is pretty cool, I have to say. And surprisingly, this comes at a very cheap cost of only $20 per month, which, if I believe so, is roughly around the same amount as Shopify, which is around the same amount as Shopify, if not cheaper. So these kind of things are I would say, very worthwhile. Now, thirdly, we're going to use MakeUGC, and we want to essentially create full ad campaigns using AI. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, we'll take the best and most efficient way of doing ads. In my opinion, in campaigns, it's going to be UGC, because user-generated content means that you've got a personal connection. People actually think, okay, wait, we're hearing from a human, they're coming up with the good points, they're talking, it's engaging, it captures your attention much better, and the conversion is way higher than other forms of ads. Now, because it's AI, you can actually turn it into campaigns. That's why I like to position it as that. But this one, I think, out of the list that we have in front of us, is probably the best when it comes to money and time saving by far. So they actually do AI generated user content, which is extremely cool. They do the scripting, the voiceovers, the editing, the full ad campaign basically ready for you, which is the best part. And the e-commerce brands, and this is just perfect for the e-commerce brands that need to scale. So we'll look into it just here. You can see this is the main front page. It's the fastest way to create AI videos. And the beauty of it is that there's so many that you can choose from, and you can even create your own custom avatars. So you can see here, templates, custom avatars, and I believe there's over 150 different users that you can choose from. They're all fully licensed. You don't have to pay any licensing fees, which a lot of people skip out on. Like, bear in mind, UGC, when you pay someone to do it, they get usage rights, which you have to pay off, depending on how good the video did. So considering that this is fully licensed, makes it a lot easier. 2 minutes time. Yeah, I mean, literally you put in the prompt, it creates the script for you, then you go ahead, it generates in roughly 2 minutes, depending on how long it is, what different things you did. It's available in over 30 different languages, multiple different settings and scenes, and content creators aged between 18 and 80, which matches every demographic. As I said, campaigns is what we're really focusing on, and being able to target your audience really, really well using different creators is extremely important too. You can see here the custom avatars are also working, so you can actually import a video and it will take that video of you and use it as an avatar. You can basically duplicate yourself. And then people will go, oh, wait, but this probably looks extremely fake. Does this look fake to you? Genuinely, does this look fake to you? And these are all product in hand held. So you think you can't hold your e-commerce product in their hand? You definitely can. This just comes to show how good AI is, because I'm sure you've seen some of these videos online already. And this feature as well, making the actual script as well, is extremely important. You can transcribe it. So if you've, for example, if you already got the voiceover from someone else, you can import that and it will just do the AI over the top, or other ways around that you just do speech to speech or text to speech or whatever ways there are. There's so many different ways, I forget. And then you can see some of the benefits here. So you can literally see cost average under $10 per video, which is extremely cheap. Like, I think UGC can be over $250 per video. If you do it really well, it can actually take like 9 days, like a week, because you have to do revisions, you have to get them rechecked, do them so many times. They make mistakes because they're human, but AI doesn't. So yeah, I guess that's the benefit with that one. And you know, they don't really miss out on anything that the actual UGC creators have. So that's kind of where, yeah, in my opinion, it's extremely good. So the fact that you're able to essentially do 10 videos, which is pretty good. That's a video every 3 days. 10 videos for your ad campaign per month, for me, seems very realistic and very, very, you know, respectable in my opinion. You can even do the pro package for just a tiny bit more, and that's going to give you like literally double. But yeah, I think it's really worth it. I've used it. It works really well. So I would very much recommend that one. Then this one, Klaviyo AI. This is number 4, and this is an AI-powered email/SMS campaign. Now, for those who don't know, if you're doing e-commerce, you've probably got a waiting list. And this is because you collect the emails so that you can send out all these messages and get them hyped about your product. So what does this do? Why is this standing out and, you know, different from all the rest? Well, it predicts customer behavior. And depending on the customer behavior, it actually sends out the right emails at the right time, which is extremely impressive. But it really just comes to show how well AI is developed to be able to do this kind of thing. Then it auto-generates subtitles, lines, copy, and optimized sending times as well, so in between each other. And then huge boosts for e-commerce retention and repeat purchases, which is essentially why everyone does this. So if you're not implementing it into your business, and because it's extremely intimidating, you've got so many people that you need a message and you don't know what to do, and it's all this copy, and people really don't think that Gmail does much. It really has a lot of power. I'm telling you now, this is one of the best tools. It's really good for B2C growth, and yeah, just the system in general is very, very customizable as well. You see that you can implement your brand colors, voice and tone, the logos, everything about your business, and then it's just going to come up with these marketing campaign, these email list campaigns, which are really high quality in my opinion. Just having product photos, images, all that kind of stuff in there is going to be really, really good. Giving you incentives to buy, etc. And then also giving you educational campaigns. So you can have different types of campaign depending on the day, that kind of thing, to switch it up as well. Now this one is a bit more pricey. This is for bigger businesses, which is, you know, more logical when you've got a big email list and so on. But this can only be for $100 per month. And bear in mind, if you were to do this by yourself and actually run this through programs like Make or Zapier, where you actually automate these email lists by yourself, it's going to also cost a lot of money. So this is pretty good alternative. And also, if you've got other tools that you need to do, for example, your reviews based off of monthly orders or marketing analytics, or even advanced data platforms, you can actually adjust the amount that you will do. So let's say you get $250, it's only going to be $25. But you can always adjust this. And for example, this one here, for 100,000, you get $500. So imagine $1 million is going to be 5K, and then 10 million is 50 grand. So those things all depending on how scalable you are. Then lastly, we'll go into Jasper AI, which is a copywriting tool, but it's also a bit of a software for everyone to use in your team. It writes out product descriptions, ads, copy, blog posts, social content, etc. And this can also be used in basically every other section. So let's say you're making the AI UGC, you want a good script, you can put this to make the prompt or to actually make the script itself. However, I don't think that's really necessary, because MakeUGC is trained, I believe, with like 10,000 winning ads, really like a lot of data in that one. So actually, nah, you don't need it. But for example, the copy for the landing pages, that kind of stuff would be probably quite useful. And it's also very tailored, right? So it fixes it to marketing teams, to your website and your brand kind of very, very well. It saves hours of writing and keeps the brand voice very, very consistent. So like generally speaking, ChatGPT does a good job, but sometimes it can get carried away depending on if you got the pro or not, like the higher generation or not. But yeah, this is really built for marketers. As you can see, 67% increase here, and optimize 2,000 web pages for search instantly. Just some random facts. I don't know why I'm reading it out, but there you go. They've got the canvas, which is a plan, create and collaborate fully. So this is actually where you can, do team sessions essentially, build custom workflows. So that's kind of the same idea there. Then you actually have Jasper IQ, which maintain the quality, authenticity, and rich content hub. It's kind of like a brain for your business. And then the trust side of things, where you stay safe on brand. They've got really good security behind everything as well. And this also makes really sure that like everyone in your team can communicate properly. This one is, also pretty expensive. This is one of the ones where I'd go like, is it really worth it? In my opinion, not as much as the other ones, but I would still put it in there as an honorable mention. And in general, I think those would be a pretty good list if you're getting started with some e-commerce yourself. Now, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. You take your time, actually go through them, check them out, have a look. We're going to put MakeUGC in the description of this one, and I can't be asked to do the rest, so you can go look those up yourself, and you'll get a discount, of course. Otherwise, I hope everything's going to go very well with your e-commerce store. Hope this can guide you a bit more into what you need to use. And if you need any more questions, come to this page. We're always going to have more answers. We're putting out content more frequently than ever, so I'm very excited to see you in the team.